and nothing's really quite going your way. You got bad news that's confusing, you got sad news that you're wounded. And if it's like the worst time, you're worried and scared and not fine. You feel unprepared with no signs, well it'll be alright, you just gotta fight. What about things happen to the best of us? It seems like they should be blessed, they just might be angels here as guests, teaching us to be our best. When everything breaks at the seams and you feel like you're losing belief, well, damn it, you just gotta stay strong. When it all falls apart and goes wrong, when you feel let down and so lost, and it feels like you can't hold on, well damn it, you just gotta stay strong. Cause sometimes things go wrong, and one day everything's gone, but you can make it out and move on. So damn it, you just gotta stay strong. You know that it sucks and it hurts, it's like you've been cursed by the world at its worst. I'm sorry, I know you can't see it, but maybe all these things happen to you for a reason. So stay strong and push through it, your willpower is everything you got, don't lose it. And one day things will get better, you just gotta get through the stormy weather. What about things happen to the best of us? It seems like they should be blessed, they just might be angels here as guests, teaching us to be our best. When everything breaks at the seams and you feel like you're losing belief, well, damn it, you just gotta stay strong. When it all falls apart and goes wrong, when you feel let down and so lost, and it feels like you can't hold on, well damn it, you just gotta stay strong. Cause sometimes things go wrong, and one day everything's gone, but you can make it out and move on. So damn it, you just gotta stay strong.
Well, hello everybody. Let me unmute my guests. Hi guys. How are you?
Hello, hello. Hello.
Hello. Welcome, white boy. Glad to have you.
Always appreciate being here. I shared on the community. Congratulations on the channel growth, Arctic. You guys know my YouTube mama checking. I support all these guys. You guys know that. Sometimes on the channel, I do call out a lot of people for some behavior, but I have friends on YouTube, and these are two of them. I always support these people, and appreciate anybody coming by to please subscribe and hit the like on both channels. It'd be very important to me and them.
Thank you so very much for what a welcome, what a endorsement.
Absolutely.
Okay, I'm going to say hi to people in the chat here. Ripper, I got to say hi to you if you're still around. You know I love you. We have Chatty Jen, Arctic, of course, White Boy, Damaged Goods. I love you. That song was for you. So hang in there, girl. Mark, welcome to the channel, Mark. And let me see who else. And I've seen a bunch of 6 cents a million. Dolly Bear, thank you. Sally, hello. Dee Dee, great to see you. And anybody else joining? Texas Jen, hey, how you doing, sweetie? And Colette, I love you. Thank you for stopping by. That's from my other community there. Anyway, there is a poll, and it's a pretty blunt poll. I mean, do you think somebody that is doing crimes against children should have a platform, no matter what or how old it is? If it's a crime against a child or it's a physical crime, my personal belief is hell to the no, get the fuck out. That's what
Absolutely.
I think, you know. So, and Arctic, how do you feel? I'm sure.
Yeah, especially in this case, because even when he made a video trying to explain himself, it was more of a, I'm going to brag about how I got away with this and only spent a year for my 3 life sentences.
Absolutely.
Yep, exactly. Why don't we just play your video, Arctic, and that'll explain a lot about how you feel and what this guy's all about. So you guys, I will stick the link to this video from Arctic in the description when we are done here. I'm very good about doing that. So I will make sure we do. Where is my present? Come on. Uh-oh, I froze. Oh, no. I am frozen. Pipper, stop. Let me see. Oh, my dog, and I'm frozen. Stop, Pipper. Did I unfreeze? Yeah, okay, I unfroze.
Yeah, you're good.
There you go. Okay, my dog's whining. So while this plays, I am going to take my dog out. Let me get this on full screen. Okay, guys.
So what is going on, YouTube? This is Arcticfox. Welcome back to the channel. Today we are going to talk about why YouTube is letting a child predator have a platform. And I don't know the answer to that question, but let's talk about this dude named Feature Man. Now, if you go over to his channel, you think everything is hunky-dory. You think that you are looking at some type of Mr. Rogers guy. The dude's in his 80s, and he does like financial stuff with stocks, but mostly he does food reviews. And so he does like these TV dinner reviews and just old people stuff that old people would eat and stuff. And he does little skits on his channel sometimes. And he apparently used to get acting work as an extra. He was in an episode of Happy Days. He's been in a few movies. But, I mean, anyone can be an extra. All you got to do is go and sign up and say, hey, I want to be an extra in the movie. It's not like you're going to get an Academy Award or anything. I mean, almost everything he's been in, he's never had a single line or anything like that. So, like I said, going to his channel, you wouldn't think anything's out of the ordinary. You'd think, hey, this is a great channel. This dude is just sitting here real family-oriented talking about food and shit. Well, not so much. Because some people had apparently started a Reddit thread looking into who this Tom Willett guy, who is the owner of Feature Man, actually is. And apparently, back in the 70s, I think it was 1973, if I'm not mistaken, but it was in the early 70s. This guy, he was convicted. He had been put in a position of power over teenagers at a boys' home. He was volunteering there. This was out in Las Vegas, Nevada. And he sexually assaulted two different boys, the youngest of which was 14 at the time that this happened. And so this comes out and people start questioning it and stuff. So what is Feature Man's response? Feature Man's response is to do a video addressing the issues allegedly. And it talks about about his time in jail. Well, so he does this video, and basically what it boiled down to was more of him bragging about how he only spent a year for his crimes. He sexually assaulted two minor children. Okay, that's something that you don't ever get rid of. That's something that you should get life in prison for. And he was. He was initially sentenced to 3 life sentences. However, somehow, don't ask me how, he gets everything to where he only has to spend a year in jail. And guys, I don't. You've heard me say it before. There's no cure for this shit. Once you do something like that, you're going to do it again. And the proof is in the pudding. This guy was going on different younger creators' channels and leaving voice message, leaving comments in the comments sections, saying, like on one particular thread that he had a playlist for this channel, he said something, I don't know which of you is sexier, blah, blah, blah. And guys, I mean, come on. We've seen so many creators deplatformed, some of which weren't even convicted for what they were accused of. And yet, this was brought to light about a week ago. And this man still has 2 different channels. He's got his main Feature Man channel, but he's also got Feature Man Stocks. He's got 2 different channels that he is making money off on YouTube. And we need to all email Team YouTube, tag Team YouTube on Twitter, and ask, why does this douche canoe still have a platform? It's appalling to me. And it sickens me that this man, who literally makes a video pretty much bragging about how he got away with it and didn't have to do his life sentences, and then he immediately goes and deletes that video, by the way. There are copies of it online. If you search Tom Willett, you'll see that. And if you want all the receipts for his crimes, just do a search for Tom Willett versus State of Nevada, and it'll come up. Plus, there's several. If you search Feature Man on YouTube, you'll see other creators that have brought all the receipts up and everything. I'm not an editor. I don't know how to do all that. And I'm just wanting to do a rant because this guy really needs to be taken down. And I've seen so many creators that were brought down and taken down and deplatformed for less, much less than what this guy has done. So I urge all of you to please go on there and tag Team YouTube on Twitter, message them, go and report all of his videos. Not that there's that many of them left, because after all of this came out, he went and he started taking shit down, guys. He had over 200 videos up. He's been on YouTube for over a decade, and he deleted everything except for, as of last night, everything except for 28 of his videos. So yeah, that's guilt right there. If you didn't feel that you were guilty of what you're being accused of, you wouldn't have taken all your shit down. And if you had true remorse, you would have done a real video addressing the issues. Because in his video, he makes it a point to say at the time of trial, the victims were 18. But he doesn't go in there and say, oh, well, actually, when this happened, they were 14 and 15 years old. So, that double talk didn't do him any favors, in my opinion, either. So, I mean, the proof is in the pudding when you've got this old man that sits there and does this video explaining what happened. And it's nothing more than him bragging about basically how he got away with it with next to no punishment. And I know there's people out there that are still defending this guy. Oh, well, this happened 50 years ago and blah, blah, blah. Well, you know what? It may have happened all those years ago, but those kids are now adults and they are still living with the trauma and the stigma of what happened to them. Once you get abused like that, those are scars you wear for the rest of your life. And here he did a year tops in jail for what he did to those kids. And he's out there living his best life. He's got a platform. He's making money on YouTube. So yeah, no, I'm sorry. I don't care if it happened 100 years ago. He needs to be deplatformed. He needs to pay a real price for the crimes that he committed to these children. He should be living his life in jail. He should have had those 3 life sentences stick. But no, he's out here on YouTube. And the real issue that I have is that a lot of the people that go to his channel, that watch his channel, are actually children. And he follows, although he's gone ahead and hidden a lot of that now, but he had been following a lot of younger creators' channels. And so, and you know what is even more concerning, or I guess kind of ironic, funny, I don't know how to put it, but he was going on Wikipedia and he was editing his Wikipedia profile because, you know, people were adding the fact that he had been convicted of these horrible crimes, and he was going in there and deleting that stuff off, and he did it a number of times. And so, yeah, there's that too. There's a lot to this, guys. I mean, a lot. And like I said, if you type Feature Man into YouTube, you'll see all these other creators' videos. White Boy Radio did something on him last night. And I mean, this is just disgusting, guys, that he is allowed to stay on this platform and that he was ever allowed to only serve that little year sentence for the crimes that he committed. And this is a guy that was in a position of power. He had authority of these boys. He was allowed to check them in and out of the institution. And this didn't happen once. This happened on multiple occasions. I mean, and he also apparently, allegedly, has a website that has links to all these other websites that feature very, very young boys that are either shirtless or in skimpy clothing and stuff like that. So he's the owner of that website too. So you can't tell me that he's changed when he's doing all of this still today in 2023. And then you go and you try to clean it up. Well, buddy, I'm sorry, the internet's forever. You can't go do damage control. You can't hide this shit after it's all over the internet, because you don't think there's people out there that have screen recorded all your dirty deeds, that have screen recorded all the receipts, because I tell you what, there are. And it's all over the internet. And your channel is going to get deplatformed because of creators like myself, because of creators like White Boy Radio Lockdown, because of so many creators out there that have sat there and covered this case and covered this story. And you're a piece of shit that has no business on this fucking platform. I mean, I have a whole big hard time with creators like Bullhorn Betty, like Molly Go, like who was deplatformed, like so many out there, the tragedy pimps. But you know what? I can deal with them. They never committed such an atrocious act against a child like this piece of shit motherfucker did. So, yeah, Tom Willett versus State of Nevada. Look it up. Or just type in Feature Man on your YouTube. You want all the receipts, they will be right there, guys. But yeah, I wanted to come on here and I wanted to do it face to face with y'all, because this is something that really has me fired up and fucking heated. And this guy needs to have his goddamn channel deplatformed, both of them. And what in any channels that he has, because I only know the two, but you know how people are. They may have 3 or 4 channels that we just haven't been able to find yet. So that's the video for today, guys. You know, thank you for tuning in. Please share this out to all your social media platforms. People need to be aware of what type of piece of shit this guy is. And share it to your Facebook, your Twitter, your Instagram. Also, if you're not subscribed, you know, click that subscribe button and ring that bell. That way you're always alerted whenever I post new content. Not sure how many missing cases I'll get out today, because it's just been one of those days, but I'm going to work on it as soon as I finish. Checking, you're muted.
I was going to say, yeah, you said it. You did it. Right on. Like you said, fucking needs to be off. This guy's got me heated, dude. I mean, he really, really does. I went over to his channel, you know, check it out myself, because no matter what we say on here, everybody needs to do their own research. You don't just believe us. I mean, even though we bring facts and no bullshit, because we keep it real here, just like White Boy does, keeping it real. You know, I mean, this is real life bullshit. Okay. And
absolutely.
The man can get on there and make these apology and dirty delete them again, you know, his apology. video. And White Boy sent me the link to that, and we can all link that all up tonight so you guys can see it for yourself. But I'm telling you, I think that we need to really look at people and what connections their channels go to different websites.
Absolutely.
Like Kick. Okay. Kick is a breeding ground for
Yep.
child pornography, child abuse. Have you seen it? It's crazy.
No, there's no terms and rules over there. It's a free fall.
Yeah, I mean, it started out as an app for kids to get on and hide their conversations from their parents, and then that's why all these predators got on there and started taking advantage of it. It's as bad, if not worse, than Snapchat is.
100%.
Yeah, Seasons, that's Arcticfox. He's my partner in the real crime. Because, see, we don't do true crime here. We do real crime here. So we're real crime creators because we talk facts and faces. And we talk situations, but we'll tell you, this is what our theories are. This is not fact. You know what I mean? We're not pushing a bullshit. And we don't attack families here. We are for the families. And that's just the bottom line. We are not into any of that. They are in the worst part. I cannot even imagine what their life goes through. So we're here for them. You know, all of us creators on here.
Arctic, that was a terrific video. I had not seen that yet. I'm definitely going to share it when I get off this live. I think you covered everything. You definitely did your homework. The only thing I would like to add to that is, I mean, you really did your homework. Everything from the Reddit, from him going into other young creators' comments, leaving these weird comments. Here's what I would like to add. I mean, you really did your homework on that. So I'm definitely going to share it. The problem is, we were talking a little bit before this started, and the pushback, this man, people, okay, he was convicted. There was multiple victims. Okay.
I hear you.
Okay, I'll take care of that. I'm sorry.
Okay. It's okay. I'm just letting you know. So they won't be able to hear you well, you know.
Let me okay, how about now? Is this still
that's perfect.
Okay, so let me just start it over. That was a really, really, really informative video. I had not watched that, Arctic. Salute to you. I tip my hat to you, sir. Very, very good. You absolutely 100% did your research. I'm going to share that when this live ends. There's two things, and I'm not saying that you missed it, but I want to kind of emphasize more because you did so good research on that you're leaving me with not too much to share. But there's two things I want to touch on. You know, we were talking a little bit before this started, the pushback of these subscribers. This guy, so people understand, Arctic said he has a couple of channels. There's a main channel where he does these TV food reviews, this food review thing, and that channel went very viral multiple times. I mean, so viral that he has creators with, I mean, very established creators in multiple communities that subscribe to him and support him and have shared his videos. You may want to look at How to Eat a Watermelon. It's probably one of his most viral moments. It's very viral, and a lot of people got on board with him. And he's an older man. He's very likable, and this lies the problem, where people on YouTube, they will always defend certain things, and it's a very frustrating point. It's very frustrating because I did a quick video on this, and I didn't put half the information, not a third of what Arctic did out. I saw it, and I know creators like this live. I trust Arctic. I trust checking. They're always going to put out factual stuff. So if they say something, you can run to the bank with it. But I also know other channels like this in other communities that are talking about this guy, Feature Man, and they're bringing the receipts. And I did a real fast video about this because I know they've done the research. The problem is, after I did this video, it's doing well, and I urge people to just please jump on board, because I have to agree with Arctic. Look, I'm personally had problems with Molly and all those tragedy pimps. I definitely don't like them. Okay, we went to the meet and greet. It's a whole different story. I really don't. They've personally attacked my family. They do horrible things on YouTube. Okay, everybody knows that. That's out the window. This is something done on a more devious level. Okay, and if I had a choice for someone to lose platform, this guy or Molly, I hate to say it, people, but I'm gonna say it. This guy has to go. Okay, if there was a choice. But the problem is Molly goes and he stays, and people defend him. Okay, people defend him because they don't know what Arctic said. They don't know any of the information Arctic said. They only know about the how to eat a watermelon video. They know about his little TV videos. Maybe they take stock advice from him. And this is a huge channel, a well-established channel. I mean, he's got almost 500,000 subscribers on one channel. People, that is a lot of money. A lot of money. A lot of money.
Or not, he's making money off of what he's doing aside, you know, in the back. You know?
Absolutely.
You can't co-sign or promote that shit ever.
Absolutely. And he basically, listen, the thing about this story that really baffles me, and I don't understand how anybody can defend it, is he basically, nobody knew this. He basically told on himself. It's almost like he was throwing it in the face of the victims. And what happened is because he went viral so many times, and because so many big channels subscribed to him and shared it, promoted him, the same people looked at it, saw the loopholes, and looked into it. And just like Arctic said, the Reddits, everything, people were able to get the comments on these. When he went into these kids' channels, they exposed it. Only a guilty person would private it, delete it, or when the heat came, would make it go away. And this is a big problem I have on the video I did about this. And Arctic, I'm sure you can relate to this. People defend this guy.
Oh yeah,
It's not Arctic's fault for telling everybody about the facts. It's not my fault for wanting people to come together to get this guy out. You cannot defend this. Like it's just not right. There's victims in it. It doesn't, like, just like Arctic said, it doesn't matter if it's 100 years. If he was able to somehow miraculously be alive, and it was 200 years ago, you still have to go. You have a major platform, a major audience, and you're attacking kids, and there's proof of that, and there's receipts to that. It's just disgusting.
It is. I mean,
I literally had to go in there and turn it on to where I had to approve comments on that video because I got tired of having to go in and delete these dumbasses that were going in there and defending him. And
absolutely.
I don't have a filter. I'll start attacking back on that type of shit. So it was just better for me to turn it to where I have to approve comments.
Yeah, because it gets frustrating. I mean, at some point, I don't mind debating people, but when there's like I felt like there was an overabundance of people defending him, but I could tell they were clueless. And maybe the video I did wasn't as informative, and it didn't have receipts, but you could tell by the way I'm talking that I'm passionate, and I'm bringing.
You don't got to say that when you speak up. I know what you're speaking up has got you enough either pissed off or you support. Okay, so you don't even need that, but you got the the train rolling. You added on some cars because of you. Arctic seen it. Arctic did it. I'm like, forget it. We usually talk about the cases and show some faces, but today I don't want no perverts like that seeing any faces. Do you know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. A few other channels got on board, and a few others contacted me, and they told me they're going to do videos. So it is a good movement. But I did post something and I took it down, and maybe I should leave. Maybe after this live, I'll put it back up. What bothered me is people will. Again, I hate to use Molly or anybody in this example, but it needs to be said. It needs to be said, right? So
right.
With Molly, when she got canceled, she doxed somebody. Okay, that was wrong. I'm not defending that at all. Okay,
no.
But I feel like there was more people on board,
right,
to get behind getting Molly off this platform for doxing somebody, and rightfully so. Don't get me wrong, but this guy literally abused kids, did time for it.
100%. You are speaking so much truth. You just keep going, because I got to tell you, this is something me and Arctic struggle with. They would rather watch somebody dragging somebody, hating somebody, and talking shit and non-facts and misinformation than they would really getting the facts and looking at a face. And you're the same, saying exactly the same thing. They would rather keep a drama dragging bullshit, nothing but hurting people person on than get rid of a predator to children.
Absolutely. And it's sickening. And I can understand why Arctic doesn't even want to deal with the comments. I mean, listen, I get mad when I know I have the receipts, I know I'm right. I have no problem debating them. But the problem is, when I'm on break at work, I spend my whole break roasting these people that want to defend a predator like that. You know, and it's probably not the healthiest time to spend your break, but I can understand why he did that to the comments. But you know, if this was Molly, there would be no pro her. Oh, sure, she'd have some of her minions come by. Okay, but you know, it's night and day on the comparison. Yep. It's night and day, and furthermore, people know
people to drag somebody, right? But you can't get 50 people in to hear facts. Makes sense.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
About the subs that say they care so much. You know what I'm saying? Do you really care that much? Because you ain't paying attention to the channels that are talking the good shit and getting rid of the bullshit.
100%. And this is another example of how these people get a slap on the wrist.
Yeah.
You know, Arctic, you probably have to touch on this because I know you did the research. It's very difficult. I know it was in the 70s. I believe the law was changed, if I heard right. But again, here we have somebody. He made a video pretty much putting it in the face of the victims how he only did a year. He was lying about the ages. Okay, but it's another slap on the wrist from somebody who did heinous things.
Absolutely.
Heinous things.
You know, there's people out there that spend more time in jail for a joint or having a little bit of weed in their car than what this dude who sat there and sexually assaulted 2 teenagers did. So,
and then comes out to do it again. I mean, there's no cure for this shit. It's in their head. Okay, it's in their fucking head. It's something they desire, and they're sick. They're sick, and they'll never stop ever. I wish we had an island somewhere we could send all these fucks in there to go do this shit to each other. You know what I mean? Or we still had, you know, town lynchings. I mean, not lynchings, but rock throwing and poking. I would love to torture a bitch like that. You know what I'm saying? For torturing those kids. My mind
100%.
My mind goes very evil when I think of what they do. Okay, I for one have been, you know, sexually abused in my life. All right, so I already know that trauma. This is something that never leaves you. You just have to let it leave. I mean, it doesn't bother me anymore. I'm definitely a survivor, and it doesn't rule my life. But there are people that really get messed up. You know what I'm saying? That really have a lot of abuse, continual abuse. And you'd rather have him on here talking fucking hungry fucking TV dinners while he's grooming young kids, acting like Mr. Rogers, Mr. Sweet Man from wherever, and he's old, so you feel sorry for him. Fuck you, mister. Get off of here.
Exactly. And that what should have happened is he should have gone to jail for all of his life sentences. His ass should have been put in population, and his ass should have been the hottest commodity in the men's block since honey buns.
100% agree with everything said. Arctic, when he was leaving the comments on the younger creators, that I actually didn't see that, but I know that you did your research from that video that Jacob played. Again, I'm going to share it. Did they say what creators, or were they so young that they couldn't because of YouTube's terms?
They didn't say which creators. If you go into his playlist, there's still like 1 or 2 creators there, but they are over the age of 18, but they're still real young. And there's comments on those videos too.
Wow. What a piece of crap. This guy is a dirtball.
Can you remember any of these so-called comments that they were saying? I mean, like, I want to see what kind of people support some jerk off like this that is doing this shit.
Oh, you can, if you want to play the
I would love
video
to
that
make a video on these assholes that support it, and I'll pull them out and blast. Put them
well,
comments out there.
I mean, if you play the video that I did the other night, it's not very long, and you pause it and go to the comments and are able to show on the screen. I think what it is people just don't. I don't know if people are such a look. I hate to say this, but the guy, if you didn't know this information, you would love the guy. Personally, I never heard of that. I never knew he had any of those viral moments. Okay, he's got huge success with viral moments. He's a likable guy, and I can understand that without these circumstances. But if you know that, what bothers me is this: if you know that and choose not to look in for yourself, why would you defend it? Like, know the truth. I don't understand the blind faith with it. My video, it might have 1,000 views. There's videos of the same guy a week before I did it. Again, I learned this a little bit late in the train, but I'm glad that we're continuing it. And I wish people continue it. But there's videos of this same creator, Arctic, you probably saw it, with millions of views, correct?
Penguin, he put out. So we should share all the videos that people have put out about this guy. We should all share them, guys. Keep them going. Like Seasons, thank you. She said she's going to get a Twitter thing going. So it'll get on Twitter. And I got 48,000 tweets. So don't tell me I don't tweet.
If you tag anybody watching, if you tag me, and you could ask Arctic, when I log on to Twitter, if I see Arctic post something, I always retweet it. If you tag me in this, I promise to retweet it.
Absolutely. And also, when you're sharing this stuff out on Twitter, please tag help at YouTube or YouTube help, whatever their tag is on there, because that's the only way we're going to get their attention is if all of us start tagging them.
Yeah,
absolutely.
I always say, look, we can only do so much. We get up here and tell you, and we also tell you to check it out yourself. Don't believe us. You need to always check it out for yourself. It's really easy. A Google search, boom. You know what I mean? We will share out the videos that he has deleted, where his apology is on there, where he's blaming this. Well, he's not really blaming him, but he's saying, well, at the time of court, he was over 18. What?
Yep.
What? You're trying to scam. See, you can even see it in his apologies that he's a manipulator, and you can just tell what he's doing. Imagine what he's doing. You know what I mean? With kids.
It almost felt that as he gained popularity, and like Arctic was saying, he was an extra in so many movies. And I think that helped him gain, kind of like, and I keep using Molly as an example, but kind of like Molly was this reality person, right? It helped her on YouTube. I feel like the same thing happened with this guy to help boost his success, if that makes sense.
He's been losing,
Oh yeah, I believe I want to say
he's lost 50,000 so far.
Yes, that's what I heard. Did you guys see the penguin video? That'd be a good one to play for the chat.
I'm gonna share that out too. As soon as you send it to me on Twitter again, because I can't get it from my phone to put it on my computer. It just doesn't work that way. Well, I can send it to myself in Discord, I guess. But anyway,
that's one of my favorite creators that I watch. That
he was good.
Yeah, there's actually so many videos, and I was kind of passionate when I made my little video. It was very short, but I was telling people, and this is probably my fault too. I just get mad, man, because I don't think that it's right, and it's very wrong, and so I was probably rushed to make that video. And but what I did say, yeah, I was pissed, absolutely, but I didn't put one out like Arctic did, and maybe I should have. But I felt like
you're doing it right now, so.
Oh, okay.
Speak it, do it, say whatever you want to.
Well, at the time I made it, I was just telling my supporters, hey, look into this guy, and most of them got it. But when I say that I should have took the time and done it, yes, I should have as a creator, but that comes in because these people who are, uber fans of this guy, they don't even, I'm not the only person saying this. There's multiple videos on YouTube with millions of views. Yes, this is rather new and from new, like a new story, but you have to look at it from both sides. You have to watch the CNN and you have to watch the Fox. Come on, you got to come up with your own decision.
Yep.
So you can't just go with this blind faith and defend this guy. These are atrocious things being said. I'm not the first person, and maybe it is. Maybe the video that I did was the first couple people. Maybe I was the first video that they saw.
You know, you probably were. And let me say one thing.
And same with Arctic.
This was somebody that I heard about a couple years ago, and in New England, or in England, they were talking about it over in the
really.
Yeah. So I never really looked into it, but then when I seen his face, I was like, wait a minute. This is that guy they were talking about. And nobody ever, I wasn't doing that type of videos then. And I was just doing lives talking to people, and I was too scared to do anything like this. You know what I'm saying? So I just didn't do it. And I didn't think I had a place for it. But hey, I don't care. You share every video that you see of this guy talking about this guy, retweet all that stuff. If you're on Twitter, you know what I mean? Go check out Arctic, go check out Penguin. Anybody that's doing this is helping our community. Look, Cash Gurnan family, right? They're doing a lot. All right. They're doing a lot to stop the bullying and the things that they put the families through. That family went through hell. Okay. And they're creators that are still on this platform that did it. Okay? No thanks. And Benny gang himself. Okay. And I'm sorry if you guys like that person. I really don't, because of what their past does. Just like I don't like Krusty McDonut. Okay. He's got an awful past. Okay. And I loved your video, by the way, White Boy, about the GPI. Is that what it's called?
Chat GPT. Yeah.
GPT. That was excellent. I never heard of that before. You guys need to see that. And I'm glad you did it on McDonald, because it shows that, I'm sorry, but his foundation or whatever that he's not even really named in, has really no place in, hasn't done anything. They've never really done anything. But I can tell you one thing. There's somebody on this platform right now who has done stuff, who has brought home more than one kid, and that's Arcticfox. Okay? And he has the receipts to prove it. He just doesn't brag about it. So that's somebody that's really doing something. And if you're going to support a channel like this dipshit fucking pervert, okay, and the damn Molly Golightly's of the YouTube world, well, then you are not about true crime or about children or about their families, and stay the fuck off our channels. For real, we don't want you. But
agreed.
Saying you are, and you're over there watching a drama, you really need to come over here and see where things are really being done. Okay. Not protests getting people fired from their jobs, or acting like a dipshit, or suing somebody, or becoming somebody's next 500 lives because they're going to drag you. That doesn't go on over here. Not at my channel, not at Arctic's.
Who has a cow mooing in the background? I thought I heard Ziggy for a second.
Another one. Let's just say,
it's sad though. What pisses me off about YouTube a lot is when you're in this space and you do it as a creator, and
we lost you. Can't hear you.
Sorry about that.
He's walking away or something. I'm like, I can't hear you. I saw my goofy ass face, people. But I really like my new avatar. What do you all think of my new avatar, since White Boy's off doing something, and I don't know, maybe he had to go to the bathroom or something. Who knows? We're live. We're mistake makers over here because we're humans. So, I don't know.
I like the new avatar.
Yeah, I like it too. It's that one from Snapchat that everybody's looking at. I made a bunch of them together, different. I stopped and took, what do you call, screen shot the thing. Yeah. And just made a bunch of different faces on it. Oh. Are you there, White Boy? What happened to the White Boy? I didn't mute him. The white boy is back. The white boy is back. I love his intro, but he never plays it anymore.
But yeah, I mean, I had so many people defending that piece of shit in my comments section, and finally I was like, you know what? I'm gonna fix it to where I have to approve comments because I'm not trying to get myself a terms and conditions violation for striking back at some of these people. So.
Yeah, you can put certain words in where it won't really, show up. I've never done that because I try to answer every single comment that I get, and I really do. I take my time and I do that, and I know YouTube was having some issues, and I wasn't getting my comments. I mean, they were like back stacked up, and I apologize for that, but that's not me. And I usually tell the community, stop, Pepper. Shh, shh, shh. She's whining. But I like to answer them with logical, debating if they have it in them instead of calling names. You know what I'm saying? But most of them are just trolls.
Yeah. I mean, but quite honestly, if anyone's going to come on my channel and defend a piece of shit like this, I don't want them on my channel, period. Right. Go somewhere else because you obviously don't have enough brain cells to comprehend common sense. So,
Don called Matt, so he's coming back now. Okay, that's good. Well, I hope that they're okay. I hope they do take some help, and I don't blame them. I'm going to say that as long as I just brought him up, I'll get on camera and say it. I'm going to say that you can put him down, the Wells down as much as you'd like. I know a lot of the things they've done you cannot unsee, and that has made opinions be one way. I understand that. I just happen to look at it the legal way, and there's no evidence to me. Okay, there's a lot of speculation and a lot of finger pointing. We all know that. But for him and them not to say no to Krusty McDonut, I don't blame them. What Chris McDonough did to the Wells is, to me, uncalled for. Totally, it should not have been done. He took the narrative and switched it off of Summer, which turned it into a big circus. And that is no help for the Wells. Okay, so I would not accept help from somebody who did that to me. I wouldn't
exactly.
I wouldn't trust him.
I mean, no one is saying that Dawn and Candace are parents of the year by any stretch.
That's right.
But you know what? Regardless of that, there is no evidence that's pointing to them. It's been 22 months, guys. If there was evidence that pointed at Dawn and Candace, they would be in jail by now.
They're not brain surgeons. Come on. They're not that smart. They would get caught. I think.
We really don't know any more now than we knew 22 months ago. And I'm sure that the TBI probably knows a whole lot more than we do. And they're keeping it close to their vest because they're trying to build some type of case against whoever may have done this. And we've seen that happen in a lot of cases. We saw it especially in the Delphi case where they knew a lot more than what they let on for a very long time. Yeah. But the fact of the matter is, you don't go attacking parents when you don't have any evidence at all to point directly at them. We saw what happened to Tyler and Brandy in Monkey's case. We've seen what happened in the Cash Gurning case. We've seen so many families get attacked over and over again. And what's going to happen if Summer comes home? She's going to type her name in one day on YouTube to see what type of coverage her case got. And she's going to see all these vicious attacks going against her family, her mom, her dad. And regardless of how great or ungreat a parents Dawn and Candace may have been, they're still her mom and dad, and she still loves them. And so it's going to be like Summer getting re-victimized all over again.
Exactly. 100%. Only thing I can say is that it just doesn't do any good. And I mean, I don't know when true crime turned into that kind of hatred towards families and where innocence until, there's enough evidence to prove some sort of guilt to be incarcerated. I don't know where that left people's minds. To me, it's innocent until you are, your cases went to court and you've been proven guilty or innocent. Okay. I don't point fingers because they're always pointing back at you. By the way, white boy, there you go. It's in the chat. Hit that. I think he just said, oh, I can't get it to work. I seen that in chat. So, I mean, I can't do it. So if you are out there and you're saying that the Wells don't want to accept help, they don't want to accept help, you're wrong. They don't want to accept help from somebody who has already screwed them. Okay. Completely. Okay. They don't want no part of it. And I don't blame them at all. Okay. Okay. Messed up. Give me an issue. I shouldn't be reading it. Okay. Well, if he's watching, Damage, tell him it's in I've dropped it in the chat for him, the link. Hopefully you can see that now, because I think there's a little bit of a drag. Here, let me drop it again in case. There we go. Let me drop this for White Boy. You can have that. There you go. Boy, that chat's moving along. Must be because I wasn't on this page. I don't know. He's clicking it now. I had to tell him. Of course you did. I understand that. You always have to. That's what you are, wifey. You need to tell him. So, okay, Matt should be back shortly. Anyway, so there's that. And I don't know what to say when it comes to these people are using things that are supposed to be good for kids, like games, and it's supposed to be fun, and they're turning them into a dirty place to be. And
exactly. I mean, people are going in there and basically grooming children on Fortnite, on Minecraft, and they're going into the Twitch community. They're going and creating private Discord servers to groom these kids. There was an Amber Alert that I covered last year of a little boy, 13 years old. His name was Evan McConney, and he had been groomed online by a predator. They had gone to the authorities. His parents had found the messages on the phone, so they did the right thing. They were going through Evan's phone and everything, turned it over to authorities. Authorities got in contact with Twitter because there was a lot of this transpiring on Twitter. Twitter, I bet they had put the guy's screen name in wrong by one letter, and so it kicked back the warrant that the authorities had put in. So they redid the warrant, sent it back to Twitter. Weeks go by. Well, they didn't get back to authorities until after the Amber Alert was put out for this kid, and he was already in extreme danger. So that just goes to show we've got to do so much better as a community than what we're doing. And that one wasn't any fault of law enforcement. They did what they were supposed to do. They put the Amber Alert out. They got in contact with Twitter like they should have. But again, Twitter dropped the ball. These platforms are dropping the ball. TikTok. TikTok will go after creators because we say suicide on there, but they'll be fine with teenage girls pole dancing. They'll be fine with these TikTok challenges that are killing our kids left and right.
That's right.
But God forbid you say the word suicide or you say sexual assault on there instead of SA, and they'll sit there and strike your channel.
And I'm not monetized, so I don't even care. I mean, I'm not going to have no ads on here. If they want to put ads on it, then they can. But I'll tell you what, I'm going to say it like it is. This unlived and then spelling this and spelling that. I'm sorry. The news channels say it. I'm going to say it. Murdered, killed, raped, sexually abused, whatever it is, it needs to be said. You can't sugarcoat it. Like you said, you can't make it seem less of what it is. It's horrible. Say it like it is. That's the problem. People are tippy-toeing around so many issues nowadays that the real issues don't get spoke about in the right way, and children get confused, So I don't, you know what I mean? I'm not monetized, Johnny, so I don't, you know what I'm saying? I say it, but it's not, I've always said it. Ever since I've had my channel, I've said them words, because
that's one of the reasons why I'm not monetized, because no one's going to tell me that I can't
right.
call it like it is,
right.
and
then you move to Kick. Listen, you go to Kick, right? Listen, Kick is, look, it started out like you said for a kids platform. Well, okay, apparently now the KIK, which is supposed to be for teens, okay, gets invaded by the KICK because they are hooked up with these other programs, Monkey and something else. or something. It starts with an O. Okay, and their kid teen
Omegle probably is what you're thinking.
Omegle, that's it. And they get on there, and then they click on, and you see these kids, and they ask them to see their chest, and how old are you, and do you do this, and very explicit talk. So what the hell is that all about?
Omegle shouldn't even fucking exist. That is nothing but a playground for predators. There's no reason for that to even exist because, well, and if it is going to be out there, it needs to be fixed to where no one can get on that platform unless they're over the age of 18. Because I'll tell you what, that's what's happening. And that's where a lot of these kids are getting groomed. And kids, you're right, Dee Dee. Kids aren't safe anywhere. We've seen them getting assaulted by their teachers. We've seen them get sexually assaulted on the school bus. Hell, they can't even go to church without a priest assaulting them. So
that's exactly it. Okay, I'm going to mute myself and take my dog out because she's whining and crossing her little legs in the back. You guys take over for a second.
It was Don Wells. It was all his fault. Damn it, Don. Don Wells called me. I was talking, and then what happened was I don't know what happened. It kicked me off my internet. I have no idea what this happened. I was trying to hit the link for like 10 minutes straight. So frustrating. I haven't even called him back, but I will.
Oh, I'm glad you made it back in. But yeah, I mean, like we were just talking about how these different platforms and everything are just really nothing but playgrounds for these predators. And I beg you, if you're a parent, you should be going through your kid's phone at least once a week, making sure they're not talking to people that they shouldn't be talking to. And I know that it's hard to do because you don't want to invade your kid's privacy, but we're living in 2023. Forget your kid's privacy. You've got to do what you've got to do to keep your kids safe.
100%.
Okay, you guys are a lot of help keeping this going. Bump. No, I'm looking. Anyway, so we will definitely stick all the links to everything we've discussed on this platform tonight, and we'll put it in the description. Let me check out chat, see if anybody has any questions. I try to stay okay on chat, but not always does it work. You know what I mean? So let's see.
Checks Arctic. I don't know why I'm having issues, but it keeps booting me, and I'm gonna call Don back. I'm gonna jump off, but I saw Christina with the sunflower. I saw Mama Bear, and everybody else in the chat. Salute, much respect. I'm gonna share your video, Arctic, and let me call him back. I agree with everything you guys said. You guys know I have support. I don't know what's going on with my internet right now, but give me an inch, you guys.
Love to you. Love to Wifey. Thank you for being here.
This is a great live. I appreciate it, guys.
Appreciate you too. Have a
Thank you. Thank you for doing this.
Thank you. Everybody sub up to White Boy and Damaged Goods.
Absolutely.
I'll kick him so you don't have. Oh, you got out. Well, I'll kick him. So you don't have to. Well, I don't want to kick him, but I mean, yeah, kick him from studio. There you go. Okay, there you go. So I've never done that before. People usually leave on their own, but I've had to be kicked because I can't hit the buttons. You know what I mean? But yeah, please sub up to him. He's doing good things. I mean, I heard about it through him, and Arctic heard about it through him, and it's just damage. I know you'd like me to kick him off. So everybody, please sub up to them. Sub up to Penguin, who was another one. I'm going to drop a link that I got as soon as I get them sent to me on Twitter. White Boy Bro, send them to me. I appreciate every single one of you. Like Arctic has said a million times, without you, we are nothing. So please share this out. Let's keep this going. Let's get these pedophiles and people who are damaging other human beings off of a platform. They don't need it. They definitely don't need to be making money, whether they're talking about hungry Jack TV dinners, or they're talking about planting, or they're talking about stocks.
Exactly. And There are links in the description of my video that I did that have links to the court docs and links to the Reddit thread where all the receipts are there so you guys can see for yourself.
Oh, he's going to call me back. Oh, wow. Well, please give Don our, love. So, I appreciate it. Well, listen, Benny Keys, which I'm sure it's not even the real one. That's my brother there. I support him, and he's never abused me. He's brought out abusers like your buddy no. Okay, I can't even say the rest of it because it's no. He says it right in his title. No. Should be a warning.
Yep.
Talk about color. And mine does too. Checking. I'm checking on you, man, for sure. I'm gonna do my checking on you. So anyway, thank you so much, Arctic. It's always a pleasure having you. We'll see you next week. I don't know what we'll talk about, what little thing I did want to kind of bring up though, that I seen a new, did you see my video on the new website or new connection with missing people? It's called P3 Connection. It's an anonymous app on your phone that you can send in anonymous tips to for the missing. So I really
I shared that out to my community page and on my Facebook. So
yeah, thank you. I appreciate that. And everybody, I'm like I said on my community post, I am doing videos like Arctic does. So please bear with the stumbles because I'm not good at reading out loud. I'll get as good as him maybe in a few years, but I'm doing my best. I'll never be as good as Lightning. But anyway, thank you, everybody. Please be safe and, be kind. And if you see somebody that doesn't know how to be kind, show them how to with your actions. Okay. Because that's the best way to do it is show somebody with actions. All right. Everybody have a wonderful evening. Let me see what one is this. I'm going to play my fancy stuff because I make them and I like it. What is this? Okay. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
I've been dreaming on in my head like I've seen it. A life worth living is a life with meaning. I'll do what I love till my heart stops beating. I'm feeding this demon. Got a taste, can't erase bitterness in my face. Work a job every day till your dreams fade away. Like a card, never change. Play the game that we say. I need a break. I'm staying strong. Need to move on to be what I want. I'll keep dreaming on. I'm staying strong. Need to move on to be what I want. I'll keep dreaming.